Hi there, welcome to the Beaten Trail. In this episode, we're going to go over the top 5 most fun rides. Now, we ride all over the place, and sometimes it's a large group, sometimes it's a small group, and other times it's just to get out and enjoy the trails. But we're always asked, where is the most fun that you've had before? So we had to go through our rides and take a look and see just what was some of the most fun rides, regardless of where they were, near or far. And we do ride quite a lot in Pennsylvania, but some of our further trails have taken us to other areas that were a bit wet and sometimes a bit of a challenge, but still always fun with the group.
No.
And we start at number 5. Number 5 goes to Buffalo at Hatfield and McCoy. West Virginia offers many trails, over 1,000 miles of trails just in the Hatfield and McCoy system. And of course there's outlaws there. With such a large group, we had Shane leading the way with his map just to get out and try all different trails. It was a little bit cold for the temperatures, and we did have a little bit of snow, as you can possibly see during this drone shot. But we were able just to get out there and have a great time, all different difficulty levels, and overall, the Honda did a great job. The reason why this gets onto our top 5 list is just the ability to go from town to town and have food and get fuel, and even if it's a little rainy, Frank had a good time as well. We were able to get over to Wilmore Dam and explore a bit more and to see more than just the Hatfield and McCoy trails. Number 5 of Buffalo Trails is a place that we'll always be happy to go back to, and it's just an awesome set of trails that are great any time of year. Staying in Williamson, West Virginia, or right across the border down the road in Belfry, Kentucky, we stayed with TrailBlazer Outfitters, and Butch did a great job in offering us not only lodging, but we also did some tours. You can check out our videos on that location, as well as some of the outlaws he took us out on. Overall, just a great area, and we had a full day out in Kentucky, and we can't wait to go back. The Beaten Trail is sponsored by Ride Royal Blue ATV Resort in Pioneer, Tennessee, where all of your Tennessee adventures begin. Lodging for any budget, bring your RV, or stay in a cabin. Trails are attached to the resort and not a far drive on ATV legal pavement, so stop down at Ride Royal Blue in Tennessee. Our number 4 comes all the way from Wampum, Pennsylvania, Mines and Meadows. On the western end of the state, this location gives you enough riding area for a full weekend, and the trails are great. They have a great store there for supplies and food, as well as plenty of mud. You can find everything that you need at the location, as well as water holes, and some excellent trails of all different difficulties. We had a large group there several times, and every time we had a great time. Whether it's rainy or not, you'll find plenty of mud that will keep everybody happy. We went for the summer's throwdown, and that was even more fun. Be sure to do the mine tour. It's one of a kind, and nowhere else can you experience that kind of drive-through. And when you're done, if you need anything else, the store is available. It's managed in such a great way, we always like going back to Mines and Meadows. Our Special Achievement Award goes to Dante. No matter where you go, Dante always finds the most fun trails, and sometimes he gets a little wet. We do have to include him in this because without Dante, we would not have made it out of several sticky situations. Dante comes equipped with waders, and he's willing to get into the water no matter what the temperature. So he's a great person to have on board, and he's a lot of fun. So big thanks to Dante for our Special Achievement Award in our top 5. We couldn't have survived Tennessee without him. Number 3, Our number 3 is Durhamtown, Georgia, otherwise known as Georgia Off-Road. Now, we had gone there quite a while, and it was right before they shut down and changed their name, but the trails are still the same. We hope to make it back down there. Several tracks offer not only the beginner, but some experts a little bit of high-speed action and to test your performance abilities and your ride. There's also some pee-wee tracks. Fun for the whole family, and this is a unique aspect of Durhamtown which you will not find anywhere else. So this is a great place to go and enjoy yourself. Our number 2 is Ivy Branch, West Virginia. Although it is part of the Hatfield and McCoy, it is a bit isolated by itself. We just had a great time, and it was one of the times where Shane and Josh took us down some of the double diamonds, and we did go up a double diamond as well. We enjoyed the challenge, but the teamwork was great, and even though things were broken over the course of 2 days, we had a great time. And the weather was perfect. It was just an excellent place to go.
Now we need a winch. Right front axle. Drive shaft.
Shane was able to break a few things, and Josh had a small emergency, which really didn't have that much of an impact on the day, although we had a good laugh.
What'd you hit? This rock? Oh, my back tire must have went up that day.
Ivy Branch is a great place to go for all different ages and all different difficulties of ATV or side-by-side, so check it out on the map. You can also find some pretty advanced trails included at Ivy Branch. And our first honorable mention goes to the trails over at Tackett Creek and Royal Blue in Tennessee. Simply put, it's a great network in the Sunquest system for you to see all different types of trail types. They aren't as well maintained as Hatfield and McCoy, and, well, you know, that's half the fun. Who needs a maintained trail when you want to get out there and enjoy something different? We had such a great time. We met with an awesome group of people. Big thanks to Craig, who at Rock Ridge is always willing to take people out on a tour if you're staying at their facilities of Royal Blue and Rock Ridge ATV Resort. Just a great place. We had an awesome time, several days out to Tackett Creek and exploring more of Royal Blue, including Dragon's Back, which is just a great spot to visit. If you're not fully comfortable doing this, there is a bypass that does go around. It was just a great time. We had people that were very helpful and just to give us some guidance. I had never ridden a lot of those rocks, and it was an experience like no other. Just overall, highly recommended and such a fun trip. We had a great time. Not only the colors were changing on the trails and in the leaves, we did some night riding, and that was even more amazing, and it was more of a challenge. That made it much more fun, along with the teamwork and everybody getting down the hill together. Widowmaker was a challenge, but all together we made it down, and it was just an amazing time. And the honorable mention number 2 goes to Glamis, California, and the Imperial Sand Dunes. This otherworldly area is about a 4-hour drive from San Diego, and you will experience like nothing else you've seen in the world. From the northeast, we experience rocks and trees and obstacles, and here the sand dunes and the scrub brush just give you a totally unique experience on riding. Now, you can't bring your own rides, but make sure you do bring sand tires and read up on what is required to be out there in the dune. You could rent a ride out there or an RV. You will need multiple days to see all there is out there, but do not ride alone. It is very expansive and it can be intimidating. But we had a great time riding with others, and we were able to rent through Glamis Dunes Rental. If you do decide to go that route, you can buy some insurance through Glamis 911. They will, for a small fee every day, be there in case you have any emergencies, fuel, towing, or recovery. Definitely check them out. Our full video is listed below. You definitely owe it to yourself to get out and see Glamis. And our number one trip that was the most fun in our top 5 was our winter trip to Royal Blue. It was amazing and it was cold, but as long as you're prepared to either have heat or heated clothing and a little bit of tools and spare parts, you can make it through Royal Blue in the wintertime. Dante was there, and again, thankfully, he was there to help, as well as Josh and Shane and everybody else who was on the trip. It was an amazing time, and we learned a lot of valuable lessons of what kind of recovery equipment we should be carrying. Adrian unfortunately fell through thin ice. The canyon almost got some of us. We had a great time learning about the outlaws. Marshall was a great tour guide, and if you take a look at some of our videos, we'll put a link up. He was very essential to have on the trail to show us exactly where to go and where not to go. We stayed at Ride Royal Blue, and it was just a great connector location for all of these trails to be centrally located. But if you go in the winter, make sure you bring a set of waders, because the water and the ice does get deep. So many trips and so many places to go. We've been all over the country, but we still have a lot more places to revisit and to go for the first time. Watch for more top 5 videos coming in the future.
Michael, the beaten trail looks like a road cone.
Oh, that's all stricker bush. And he died by thorns. Made the hill. I did the same thing. What's up? Yeah.
Big thanks again to our sponsor, Ride Royal Blue. We appreciate them, as well as all of our partners, for being along for the ride. Be sure to get over to Lid Industries for the brightest rock lights you can find, and check out some of our hats and shirts over at our merchandise page. Thanks again for watching, and we hope to see you out there on the trail. Thanks.
I got him telling me what to do. You tell me what to do.
Calm down.
I wasn't mad, by the way, Gary. I was just like, ah!
I know you.
Yummy.
Oh, you almost got that right up the speaker.
Oh, man.